Hi guys, welcome to the Impact Journey Show. On today's episode, we are here to discuss about a man who has influenced students greatly on the UPSC campus. And we have with us today Faisel Ishak. Welcome.
Thank you, Gertrude.
Please tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Faisel?
Okay, Faisel is a student of UPSC that completed this year, and also I double up to have a foundation by name Fais Foundation, and also a student leader, and still I've worked with a couple of NGOs. Currently working with one NGO called United Way Ghana as one of their project officers on board, and I feel this is a little thing we could do to contribute our quota to the lives of people in Ghana and also in the community that we find ourselves in. Faisal is a young boy, a young gentleman trying to make an impact, a little impact of life of people. That's what I can say about myself.
That's great. So how would you call your being in UPSC? Was it your dream school, or it was because you just had admission, so you're like, okay, then let me just come?
Okay. Funny enough, UPSC has not been just me getting admission. The main motive behind I wanted to go to a school that I could learn, not just the paper or the book learning, but also learn the skill, the knowledge about it. And I find myself that there was no institution who could give me that privilege than what UPSA. So UPSA was not an option, rather than other institutions was another option. UPSA was my main school I wanted to come. So I bought a form, and by the grace of God it came. So the day that it came, the following day the other institution came, and I had no other option than to that is UPSA that I want to go. That is what I feel I can learn a lot from, because basically it was a business school, and it wasn't just about learning the book side and living, but also put you in a building for the corporate environment. That is what I wanted to achieve, and I think it has been a great one. And UPS has never been, as I said, an option. It was a school I really wanted to be in.
And I can imagine the excitement when you had admission.
Of course, it was a great one. So it's been I've never said this story before, but I had a motive of not going to school. When I completed SH, I wanted to do business, like get into businesses and make money. And my mom kept worrying me that I really wanted to go to school. So I had to do that for my mom. So getting admission, buying the form, filling in everything, I didn't tell my mom until I got admission, and I did the admission letter to her. It was very exciting because UPS was my dream school, and I was achieving something for my mom too as well. So that is how it has been. And the fit was a great one.
That's great. And can you tell us a bit of how your early tertiary life was, from level 100 through to 300? How was life on campus? And even before you had the goal of going for a position later in the 300, how was that?
Alright. So I keep telling people that I'm the kind of person that I've enjoyed everything on UPSC campus, right from the level of student, okay, climbing up to the leadership. So level 100, I entered a school and I find myself that other than other institutions where the environment was big, UPSA was having only two corners. You pass here, you go out, you pass the back, you go. So the environment was a bit small. So I asked myself, what can I do to also let me say, achieve something on UPSC campus? So I think level 100 first semester, there was the SRC by then. That was Honorable Tarek administration did something called the SRC Forum, where they had a discussion about like they were addressing the students about the SRC. So I got the opportunity to be there, and when I sat there, I realized everybody was talking about problems. The SRC have to do this, the SRC have to do that, the SRC have to do this, all was problems. So I sat back and I asked myself, what can we do differently? Because the SRC was doing what they can do to help students, but students feel the SRC wasn't doing anything. So after the discussion, I think raised my hand and I asked Honorable Tarek, I can see everybody's talking about problems that they don't know about the SRC, and can some of us volunteer to be serve and be the mouthpiece of the SRC? And that is where there's my journey of being like students serving students and everything started. So by then I got the opportunity to serve as a personal assistant to the Vice President Tulio Theodore, that was then the vice president, personal assistant to him. So level 100 first semester, I got to work in the office of the SRC, and since from then, it has been starting from, so through the level 100 second semester, my class elected me as a course rep. So course rep from level 100, level 200, level 300. So my life on campus, as I said, I've enjoyed everything on campus.
That's good, that's good. And we know you contested for the position of the SRC president, but unfortunately the result didn't come out as expected. How was the feeling like? How did you feel when you realized, oh, my goal for being a president didn't come to pass? How was the feeling?
Okay. It was a great feeling. On the night where we finished everything, I think I drove back to the house with my vice, Michael. So in the room, I slept and I woke up before Michael. And we had the results and everything. So when we had the results, I started smiling and I woke Michael up. This story, he himself, he kept asking me why. I was like, he felt I knew about the results. And I told him no. The reason is, if I would get my numbers right, we had almost 1,400 plus students that voted for us. So I smiled because I felt these students saw me as the SRC president and they believed in me, that's why they voted for me. So I still have to do what I could do to help them. But now to answer your question about what motivated me, I realized that I've served under level 100 being a personal assistant to Theodore, Honorable Zume's administration. I was a sanitation committee member by then. So I felt I've been able to do some for students, which with a little platform I got. So I needed a bigger platform so that I could do more than what I was doing. So going to the SRC wasn't just a dream come true, but it was actually something I wanted to contribute to like a bigger platform so that I could help or serve the student more than that. So that is what motivated me going for the SRC at the first place. How I can serve the student as a whole, not just a number of people, but the student as a whole. That is what motivated me going to the SRC. And the results that came was one of the results that I was happy because as I said earlier on, I had over 1,400 plus students that voted for me as the SRC president. So I can't just lay back and say because you didn't win, you can't do whatever. I need to come all out for those people. That is why, as you said, we still see you around being what you are not the SRC president, but you still being around. That was what motivated me to still come around.
Okay, I was just going to ask you that question, that comparing it to other aspirants who went for positions, we didn't really see them, but you were, I think from what you said now, it's like you were still motivated to help students, because I mean, if you've lost the election, then you should go and sleep somewhere or mind your business. Exactly. Aside that, it really helps students, and then people, I mean, when you talk of Faisel, when you mention Faisel, people are like, oh yeah, he helped me do this, he helped me do this. So I think you've really done a good job.
Thank you so much.
So we know you are the founder of Fais Foundation.
Yes.
Tell us a little about Fais Foundation.
Wow. Okay. Fais Foundation is an NGO that seeks to help the less privileged kids, the widows and the orphans. And in the year before coming to the tertiary institution, I was the kind of person that I love to travel out of Accra to experience what other people are experiencing. So I went to a village in the Eastern Region called Achimtechiman. I don't know anybody over there, but I googled on the line to find out what the villages that's in Ghana here that people are being suffering, and I realized that was one. So in the year 2015, I visited that particular community, and on my visit there one afternoon, I was walking and I saw a gentleman who was just, I think it was the school hours, and the gentleman was still walking around doing nothing. So I got close to him and I asked him, what's he doing? Is he not going to school? And he told me he can't afford his fees because the mom is dead and the dad is dead. So he's living with the auntie and they are not paying the fee. I was like, what school are they? So we walked to the school, and when we got there, funny enough, the guy is one of the best students of the school, and they were looking for him to actually come and write exams. By then he was in class 3 or class 2. So he was being sacked for school fees. So I asked him how much is the school. Then by then 2015, the fees he was owing was 75 Ghana cedi by then. So I told him, okay, from now, whenever they need a fee, they should just contact me. I'm going to pay the fees for the gentleman. So that is how. So I got back and I spoke to my mom that this is what I want to experience and what can I do to. This is just a single boy, meaning there are thousands or 2,000 more children out there who are experiencing this. What can I do to help this particular situation? So my mom was like, and I told my mom I have to set a foundation. But like, do you have the funds to support to set up this foundation? I was like, I don't have, but I believe with time everything will be okay. So that is how it started. We started with a little boy providing to the orphans, and currently we have over 180 plus orphans we look after, 20 plus widows, and 5 orphanage homes that we adopted. So when I say we, Fais Foundation is not just about myself. I have a team, a whole lot of people behind that provide every support I need to help. That is how it's been. So Fais Foundation is, let me say, not just a foundation that I set by myself, but a full of people, legal people behind. When I say I've benefited from UPSC, lecturers who actually guide me on how to do certain things, colleagues, friends, that is also. The executive is made up of students, my colleagues, outside my mom, and also some people who are not on UPSC campus, but believe in the vision, believes in this philanthropist work, and they really want to support.
So we can say the story of the little boy is what
Yes, that inspires me too. The little boy is called Kofi. So if you look on Kofi from the time we met him, Kofi has completed JHS, Kofi has completed SHS, and now Kofi is the looking of going to the tertiary institution.
That's great. So far, what has been some achievements you've been able to?
With Fais Foundation, I've achieved a lot. If not so many, but the little we've achieved is enough. In 2019 Youth Empowerment Awards, we won the best NGO as Fais Foundation, and since then by the nomination back to back each and every day, and by the grace of God, some of them we've been able to win, and by the grace of God, to some of them we'll be able to win. And that is kind of, let me say, God knows best, and He knows whatever happens. So it has given us the best platform, interviews, but from places that I feel my strength could have taken me to, I wasn't able to do it. But through Fais Foundation and by the grace of God, I've been able to go there. So it has actually been a great achievement, and we are still hoping for the best.
That's great. And what are some of the challenges you faced so far with regards to Fais Foundation?
Okay, challenges comes in every situation. Whatever you do, there are challenges. Whenever you do something, there's no challenges, that means you are not doing the right thing. Whenever you are doing something with this right, there will be challenges. So the main challenge we face when it comes to Fais Foundation is funds to do projects, and based on that too, by the grace of God, we have people who come on board to support us, and we have one partner by name, it's a club, which is Gentleman's Club, which is also into male child education. They are partner with us. Whenever we want to do a project, we go to them. They provide funds for us. We also write proposals to organizations to support us. And one of the key person who has been a very backbone of my finance is my mom. Any day, any time, I don't know what I could do with that woman. Whenever I've been friends, which they would love not me to mention them. I have friends who really support any day, there's any time there's a project, and I reach out to, they are there to support me, and I really appreciate them. So the challenge has been funds, but with time and the right people on board. Now with gradual process, it's been the challenges have been overcome, and I think it's a great one.
That's amazing. You mentioned you were in United Way as well.
Yes.
So we want you to tell us a little about United Way. How did you get to United Way, and how has the journey been so far?
Okay, all right. So as I said, when I tell you, UPSC has been one of the best institutions, and I've enjoyed everything. Through UPSC, I got to United Way Ghana. So when I got to the office of the vice president, he had the vice president had a friend by name Mary Ann. She met me in the office and was like, "Would you like to volunteer on an NGO called United Way Ghana?" I was like, "What is United Way Ghana?" And when he said the volunteering, I didn't know much about it, but I went to research about volunteering. I realized that it's more of you contributing what you have to not being paid, and I felt it's a great one. So Marianne introduced me to United Way Ghana when I was in level 100, it's 2018. So level 100 first semester, I volunteered with United Way Ghana. Level 100 second semester, I volunteered with them. Level 200 first semester, I volunteered with them. And level 200, when COVID hit us heavily, when school was closed and everything, that is when I received a call from United Way Ghana. They asked, "What am I doing?" And I told them I'm not doing anything. They were like, "Would I love to work with them?" And funny enough, the day they called me, And they told me I should come to the office for an interview. And the day they called me, I was writing my quantitative method online paper. But I told them, no, I'm not doing anything because I needed the opportunity. So I got there for the interview. They told me to just drop my CV. I dropped the CV. And they told me I've gotten there. I should work with them on part-time on the COVID period. So I quickly have to come back, do my exam, submit it, and go back to them. And COVID, I think we stayed home for over a year. And that 1 year, I don't know any region in Ghana here, that COVID period, people kept calling, Faisel, COVID is around, you need to be careful. And that was the time I felt I really made an impact through United Way Ghana. We're able to do what we call a home literacy project for people in Accra here, where people in the Asante region, people in the Eastern region, and people in the Central region. So these regions are regions that have been in the time of COVID, visited all these regions. So providing PPEs, food distribution to these people. The children were staying home, they were not learning. We actually got them storybooks to read to them. We had volunteers to come on board, read to them, and so that the children can still have the knowledge. Though they are not going to school, what can United Way Ghana? And these are some of the things that United Way Ghana did in that period of the COVID. And that was the time I really felt I really made an impact in that time of COVID. So from there till now, it has been with United Way Ghana. So the 100, 200, 300, and even with 400, still with United Way Ghana. And United Way Ghana has actually also part of the people that have given the opportunity to go to a lot of places, other opportunities, and I really appreciate all the people in United Way Ghana, Miss Grace, Miss Tina, all the people on board. I really appreciate them.
That's nice. So what process does it take for one to join United Way Ghana?
Okay, so United Way Ghana, you can visit their website, www.unitedwayghana.org, and you can go there, apply for their volunteering opportunity on. And most of the volunteers in United Way Ghana are students of UPSC.
Wow.
So when you go to United Way Ghana, they tell you that United Way Ghana is for UPSC students because most of the volunteers are from UPSC. Earlier when it was more of Lagos students that were there, but I thought what can I also do too? So any opportunity I get, volunteer United Way Ghana, students from UPSC volunteering with them. And we had people, students, Farouk is a diploma student in level 200. We have Isaac, we have even the current elected Vice President, Michael, also volunteered in United Way Ghana. We have a lot of people who have actually contributed their part when it comes to volunteering. So you can volunteer in United Way Ghana, and through that, I believe with your good work and things, you can also get opportunity to be with United Way Ghana.
Okay, thank you very much. And who would you say has been the most influential person in your life?
A whole lot of people.
Okay.
A whole lot of people. My journey of UPSC campus. So when I came, the first person that I got on board on UPSC that gave me the opportunity, believed in me and gave me the opportunity was Honorable Tarek and Tudor. They first believed in Faisel, gave Faisel the opportunity, and when they left, I asked myself, is that where the journey will end? And every day, anytime, I would say there's one gentleman who doubled up to be my mentor. That is Nazir Eji, who was a founder of MSSA. He was my mentor throughout my time of after Tarek and Tudor left. He was there, guiding me on what about do. People like Callistos, Benjamin. These are people who were executive from the NSSA. They gave me an opportunity to be with them, and with a guide of Nasir Eji as Mr. Corporate, I was really he guided me, mentored me on the way forward, how I can be able to. And we have a lot of people on campus who have actually also motivated me, or let me say contributed to my stay on campus. Zuma, Jill, all the executives we could talk about in UPSC RSRC contributed. Lecturers. When I talk about the lecturer, I don't know any lecturer who has not contributed when it comes to the life of UPS on campus. And also a very big, also one person who has really been a backbone, also our Vice Chancellor, Prof. Bednam, so has been one of the key person when it comes to my life on UPS campus.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Now that you're about completing school, I know you have other things you'd like to bring on board. So.
Yes, so in the next 5 years, still see Fais Foundation as one of the biggest NGO, which should contribute more to the lives of people, and also not just the life of people in Ghana here, but across Africa, because we believe there are a lot of less privileged children outside Africa, the African continent we find ourselves, and even in the world we find ourselves. We have people who are really looking, watching news, finding out about this war from here and other places, that children in there are really facing a lot of challenges. So we believe the next 5 years, how to want to see myself is putting our Fais Foundation out there, that we can be able to fight, let me say, contribute to the lives of people out there. That is how I see myself in the next 5 years.
We know you are a very influential person, and I mean, a lot of people know you, but when you go to your places, what keeps you going in your down moments? Like when you are very down and then you feel like giving up, what keeps you going?
Alright, so one thing that keeps me going, people see me and they ask me, Faisel, you seem not to have a problem. Because all the time, it's either you are laughing, you are happy, everything. But one thing that keeps me going is whenever I see people smile, or when I help people with their fights, truly I was able to do this, I feel I can give up. Because you giving up is like you giving up on that person. And I have a principle in life is, if you fail and you come to me for a help and I'm not able to help you and fail, I feel the consequence comes to me, not you. So what I can do is to make sure that you're able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Even if I can't be able to do all, the little I can do to help you, I need to do it. So seeing people smile, helping people, and being able for them to be happy is what keeps me going. Nothing more, nothing less. Their small alone keeps me going. So whenever I feel like I'm supposed to give up, I need to count up the orphans being there. That is the people under the Fais Foundation, the orphanage homes, that whenever you go there, they really feel you, add you up to them, the love, the care, everything. They are the people I see them each and every day. I want to make every decision. So every decision I make is based on these children. So because of them, I can't give up. And that is what keeps me going on that. And not just for them, students on campus here, on UPSC campus, and even out of UPSC campus too. Because serving as a course rep, serving as a PRO in NSSA, serving as a president for NSSA, I contributed a lot, and I believe students were still looking up to you. So if you are giving up, I mean, you are giving up to these children or these people. So instead of you not to instead of you not to give up, just keep going and see these people to be what the backbone and the people that keeps it going.
Before we end the show, what advice would you give to upcoming students who would like to have leaders or hold leadership positions, rather in 300 or in 200? What advice would you give to them?
Okay, so my advice is very simple. They should learn to serve.
Okay.
Because leadership is not just about holding a portfolio, it's about serving. So if you really want to go into any portfolio, are you ready to serve? Don't look at the attractive thing that comes in, because going for positions comes with a whole lot of opportunities. That one, I will lie to you. Every person who has been in a leadership position, in a position, believe that is going there because of the opportunities there. But aside opportunities, what are you? Are you willing to serve the students? And that is what I guess I keep telling everybody who comes in my fights, are you really going to go for this position? What are your advice? My question is, are you willing to serve? Are you able to give up certain things up for yourself to these people? Because you need to put them fairly before yourself. And when you put them fairly before you, automatically your problems also will be addressed. So you should be able to learn how to serve, and also learn how be able to learn to be corrected. When you're doing something, someone corrects you, learn from it. And I believe with these two things, they'll be able to go far on UPSC campus, and every leadership will find themselves in.
Thank you very much. So please, what are your final words? Any advice you want to give us?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say a very big thank you to you for having me here and your team for such a wonderful opportunity to share the story behind Fais Foundation. And also thanks to the Vice Chancellor of this noble institution, Professor Abednego, for the guide, for the advice, to the opportunity he has given. Personally, me, the opportunity he has given me, lecturers on campus, students, leaders, and anybody who have contributed to the lives of Faisel on campus and out of campus. I really want to say thank you to you, and whatever you've lost through the period of guiding and what mentoring me, may the Almighty God restore it back to all of them.
We are glad to have you on this show.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have learned a lot from Faisel Ishak. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nth Media. Like, comment, and subscribe. And also follow us on our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Nth Media. Thank you. Bye.